Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to be reading the story Len's Tomato Plant by Boris Neyman. It's illustrated by Elizabeth Sales. Len's Tomato Plant. Throughout this story, you'll see some words highlighted in yellow, and those are some important vocabulary words or maybe some words that have a new spelling pattern that the author wants you to pay attention to. There are also some labels in each one of the illustrations that might help you read words that might be new or identify characters. This book is a realistic fiction book, which means that it's not a story that actually happened, but it probably could, meaning that there could be a little boy out there named Len who grew a tomato plant in his garden and got tomatoes from it. But this wasn't based on a true story, okay? Realistic fiction. Len ran out of the house. Len ran into the garden. Len wanted to help Mom plant tomatoes. "Please let me help," said Len. Mom said, "Sure, this tomato plant is for you." Mom said, "Cherry tomatoes are little tomatoes. We put cherry tomatoes in our salads." Len said, "Oh yes, I like to put cherry tomatoes in my mouth and eat them." While I'm reading this book, you can be following along with the pages in the book, which are in our Google Classroom. Len and Mom worked in the garden together. Mom said, "First, dig a hole. Next, put the tomato plant in the hole. Last, cover the roots with dirt." Len planted his tomato plant. Mom said, "Get a stick. Tie your plant to the stick." "Why?" said Len. Mom said, "Tomatoes are heavy. Heavy tomatoes make the tomato plants fall down." Len tied his plant to a stick. On the next day, Len put water on his plant. "Where are my cherry tomatoes?" Len asked. "You have to wait," said Mom. Len did not like to wait. Len was not a patient boy. On the next day, Len looked at his plant again. His plant did not have any tomatoes. Every day, Len walked along the garden path. Then, Len put water on his plant. At last, Len saw small green tomatoes on his plant. "Mom, my plant is sick," said Len. Mom said, "No, there is nothing wrong. Your tomatoes will be red soon." Boys and girls, do you see these little marks up here? Those are called quotation marks, and quotation marks are used by the author to show when one of the characters in the story is talking. Len waited and waited. Then Len's tomatoes began to turn red. At last, Len had red tomatoes on his plant. Len picked his tomatoes. That night, Len made a salad for dinner. That night, Len made a salad for his mother and father. Len put his cherry tomatoes in the salad. Then, Len put the last tomato in his mouth. Len's tomato tasted so good. That was the book Len's Tomato Plant. Thank you for listening.